Hey guys, happy Thursday. Hopefully you're having a great day today. Very, very exciting day today. I'm going to be revealing, no, it's basically revealing the machine today. Now, a couple things. You actually got a machine right behind me, and this is not the machine that I am revealing. We're remodeling this apartment here. We do it stock investing, but we also do some real estate investing as well. And we've been remodeling. We got the stove in, we got the nice lights, but this thing we still got to work some things out before this goes where it's supposed to go. And then we also have the fridge there, which ended up being the wrong size, but they're pretty good at Home Depot. Actually, we're taking it back, so they're cool. Anyway, we are jumping in not to reveal this washing machine, but to reveal the machine. So we're going to jump right in. The machine, flip a switch that puts your analysis on 100% autopilot so you can just sit back and let the deals land in your stock watch list. Now I'm going to pull up the live chat here so I could see you all and get an idea of the atmosphere, because this is definitely one that I wish we were doing live. We are live right now, but I wish we were doing it in a way that was in front of every, in like a presentation-esque so I could hear you guys, because man. So El Coco Locos made it in. Larry G says, good evening. Johnny's in here. Tanette's. And here we go. Haha, no biggies in here. And we're going to jump in. Johnny says, I'm going to miss the background when it's all done. Isn't that funny? So here we are. The world debut of the machine, the future of stock investing analysis. Now, number one, this is stock analysis as we know it. Normal stock finding system looks something like this. You got the building a watch list. You have taken that watch list, tracking and monitoring, probably researching those stocks, and then kind of refreshing, right? Tracking and researching once again to make sure that those stocks are staying up to date with the new information. So again, you go find a stock, you build a watch list. It kind of looks something like this. You track those stocks and you monitor them, and you probably do more research and things change. And then you kind of got to refresh and repeat every single time, over and over, every time you find a stock. Now, the problem with this is that most people, even people on Wall Street, don't have the time to go through every single time and always know what's going on with the stocks. There's a new article. Trump could say something. The president says this. Then this announcement happens. And you have to track and monitor all the stocks. And then you build it and you refresh and you repeat. Now, it kind of looks something like this. You build the list. You pick the stock, check the charts, check the news, analyze the financials, determine the profit opportunity. Maybe you buy the stock, and then you refresh and you repeat. You got to do that again. You build the list, you pick the stock, check the charts, check the news, analyze the financials, determine the profit opportunity, buy the stock, refresh, repeat. This is how it goes. Until now, analysis automation has been designed to focus almost exclusively on just finding stocks. Or here's what to buy. Here's what to buy. They tell you, here's the buy rating. 8 analysts say this is a buy or this is a sell. But why? Why is it a buy or a sell? And to me, coming into that world of saying, okay, this over here at Goldman Sachs, they say it's a buy. Why? Why is it a buy? So you'll see in this presentation today, what you're going to see is a radical movement towards technology that is filling in the gaps beyond just finding the stocks, going through that whole process. And it's 100% designed to help you buy right. Analyzing stocks normally takes the technology plus human skill. Now, imagine you can automate the technology. So, we're talking about the research, the news, the financials, the charts, the buy and sells, the all the technology that goes into finding a good deal eliminates the human skill and be able to rely on that technology. What if you could get the software to do it all so you simply wake up to deals? So, what if you wake up to this, where the stock, you know what it's worth, the likely value of that stock over the next month, over the next week, over the next year. And this is a full analysis. It's not just a shot up in the dark number, it is a full breakdown from the financials to the news to the balance sheets to the earnings to the relative chart to the time frame you're looking at. It's a full analysis. What if you could wake up to that? And with one click, you know why the stock is moving the way it's moving. So, for example, you hear a buy and sell rating, but why? Well, right here. We got Big Bear AI. You could see the monthly analysis, why it's moving over the next month. It says here, monthly analysis reveals a strong growth potential with AI sector tailwinds. Now, this isn't groundbreaking. You could find why. But we've been noticing a trend. Now, the technology is advancing, it's changing the game and making stock investing easier. Our journey towards building the machine started a year ago with one very simple question. You guys ready for the question? Do you guys hear what I'm saying? Do you guys get what I'm saying here? So, again, all the work you put into why is the question. And the question that I had that came up to the team and when we were trying to build this is, could we build an automated software that would find StockMate users more stocks that end up as profitable deals than other users were finding totally on their own? Can we make something that's more effective than you working by yourself, doing all of the analysis, trying to figure it out? And asking the question led to a StockMate research and development project and the birth of what we call Mercatus. So we went deep, we researched, and answering that question was just the first step in our journey towards creating the machine. So I'll explain everything and how the answer affects you and your success is what the rest of this presentation is about. So at first, we released Mercatus just to power the market's view. And I wanted to know, how are companies connected? How do you know that Big Bear is partnered with Palantir? How do you know that OpenAI was working with Anthropic? How do you know how these companies and these markets emerge? Because this was the first thing, because what I wanted to know is, if you are researching a market, there's new companies that come about. You go on Google or you go on search and you find this information on all these different stocks. Maybe you have a list, like a watch list on your brokerage of all these stocks. But can you really truly see how they're connected without having to go through all the paper trails, without browsing the internet and seeing the different articles, all of that? And the answer is yes. And that's what we came up with the market view. You can see how they're connected, the different emerging markets as they become bigger. And not only that, we can add and grow to this just based on your favorite companies, your favorite analysis that comes out, or the different markets that are becoming hot. And the idea behind the Mercatus market view was pretty simple. Here's how it works. So this is important here. And the reason that it's important is the new opportunities the market view adds each time, they weren't just random stocks. The system used predictive analytics and motivation targeting to find stocks that were not only likely to grow, but that were in the segment of the markets that you're already searching for. Now, imagine the trail of opportunity you can discover. So, how did we do? The simple answer, great. In creating the market view, the simple answer is it's been great. By tracking stocks from the market view all the way through to a complete analysis. The emerging markets, yes. The hot stocks, sure. But what I'm talking about is the why and the analysis of the what's and where the emergence is happening. Yeah, we can do that. I see Heck B there says, let's hit the like button for this live. This is gonna absolutely destroy the like button. So we found that the market view stocks that we were developing were growing at a higher percentage than non-market view deals for average investors. In fact, it's a lot of the same stocks that we focus on here on the channel. And that showed us that we were on track and that we could move towards the next step in our R&D. And this brought us face to face with a much more difficult problem to solve. So we figured it out. We get the market view, and now we're saying, how do we, what's the next step, right? What's the next step in our research? Do you get this? So we came to this new problem, is very difficult problem. And instead, this is the problem. Instead of just getting more markets and more stocks, and there's plenty of ideas, there's plenty of videos. You can go on social, you could go on somewhere, and you'll see so many different things of people saying, buy this stock, blah, blah, blah. We don't need more markets. We wanted to know if we could create software that would produce a picture of markets and then expand on that picture on autopilot. And to do this, we needed the software to be smart enough to do the things that traditionally required a ton of knowledge, years of experience, and skills to analyze stocks. So in order to get it good, it needed to become as good as someone that has a lot of knowledge, years of experience, and skills to analyze the stocks. It needed to act like me, or like you, if you're a really great investor. And I don't mean I'm the greatest or anything like that, but it needed to be able to perform the type of analysis that could get you the answers that you need to be able to make the right decisions. So promise me, if you get nothing from my presentation, we go through this, you watch it with me, I'm sitting here, we finish it up. I'm going to go to the gym after this, probably as the night comes and maybe you're having dinner or you're wrapping up your day. But if there's one thing from our time together right here today, promise me you'll get this one thing, whether you're doing the analysis yourself or you're relying on a 100x YouTuber, a Redditor, or a TikToker to do the analysis for you. You no longer need to spend years learning every nuance of stock analysis and investing in order to succeed. How many of you guys know what I'm saying when I say you don't need to master everything? Do you hear the RSI, the MACD, the news? Did you see the 1 week news, the SEC filings? Did you see the financials? Do you see? What I'm saying is, do you actually want to go through all that stuff in order to find the good deal? Some of us like it. Yeah, maybe. But that's because here, you no longer need to spend years learning every nuance, because we created software that combined my 10 plus years here of stock investing experience with an open perspective to the newest and most powerful AI models in the world to do all the right things for you, whether you know to do them or not. And this brings us to number 2, which is the future of stock analysis automation. So stock analysis AI automation is coming. And I'm saying, flip the switch, let the system run, and wake up to deals every day. So let's move from find stocks and show you how the machine gets you deals on autopilots, whether you're working or not. So what if you want to analyze a stock with ChatGPT? You guys have probably tried it. How many of you have you guys tried analyzing a stock with ChatGPT? Who's done it? Has anybody gone to ChatGPT and said, ChatGPT, analyze this stock here, and you give it, let's say, you give it Apple stock or Tesla. How many of you guys have used ChatGPT to analyze a stock? Okay, probably. I see some hands. Yes, I see it. Okay, you probably gone there. Tried it on Claude. Tenant says I did it over on Claude. Someone says there. Well, that's the thing. I think. Oh, okay, Larry says I've used Grok. Says ChatGPT team over there. Jay David says I use it every day. Now the thing about ChatGPT, and the problem that I've found, is that when I use ChatGPT, I've used ChatGPT, it's like it gives me the price, and it gives me the chart, the past chart, the what's happened. It gives me all the reasons, why the stock could go up or where it's going and the reasons why, and it will give me some articles. But the real time isn't always there. It's changing. It depends on which model you're using. Some of them are good, some of them aren't good, and then they change the model to the next one, and you're like, does this one work as good? And then it's different. So this isn't just on ChatGPT. Do you guys know? Because I see all the comments I use Grok. This is for every major powerful AI that we know. And we say powerful, meaning it's not that they aren't legitimately good. They're good. But it's kind of like there's so many new models that once you do the model and you start using the model, and then this other model comes out over here, you don't have, you can't change. You got to change your habits, and you got to go find the other sites and then click around on that and figure it out. Or you got to click on, you got to go and click and then go to the new model, or if they've changed it, another model. And you got ChatGPT, and these are all the models that are on ChatGPT, and all the models you have on Meta. You have all the models on Grok and Google And they've done a great job there. DeepSeek, you have the models, Claude and Anthropic, you got the models there. They've done a good job. But I wanted to know, what if we didn't have to wait for that to happen? We have to wait for the new model or click around from company to company and find the best models. What if we could take all of these models, so you guys see what I'm saying here? You want to analyze a stock with ChatGPT or Meta or Grok, but they have new models, they're coming out. And then there's the other one that's better and what have you. What if we could take all of these, if you want to analyze a stock with Mercatus, and when you're seeing the future price analysis for the time frame that you have marked out, you can select the model that you want to use, and it's the most powerful models in the world. So we have OpenAI, you got Anthropic, DeepSeek, Meta, Grok, Gemini. And HeckV says they wouldn't put that on the algorithm, would make it too easy for people to trade. Here's the thing. Trading's not an algorithm. Investing's not an algorithm. Investing is value-based. Anybody that tells you that you can win with their secret algorithm must not know that there's a guy on this computer up in the skyscraper that is at his computer, and the company's name is a big company by the name of BlackRock, and he's sitting there and he can schedule an order that will move the entire market. Because that's something that you can't predict. But what can you predict? The value that would attract investors. That's why we don't do algorithms. And so, essentially what I'm saying here is, imagine like the iPhone comes out. When the iPhone, you guys tracking here? So the iPhone came out, and what happened when it came out was you had the BlackBerry, you had the Nokia phone, the Motorola, and they all had buttons, right? But the problem was when they sent out all of their phones to their customers with the buttons, they couldn't change the buttons. They couldn't change the buttons. So what happened after they couldn't change the button? Well, they can't do anything. They already shipped it. But what happens when iPhone comes out with the touchscreen? You can do anything. That's what we're talking about here. You don't have to go and worry about, oh, I got to update my list. I got to make sure I'm using the best models. I got to refresh. No, this thing auto refreshes with real-time data and refreshes with the highest performing models for you. So, automation number 1 here. Refresh your analysis daily. And how do you refresh the analysis daily? You have our system that guarantees you a pipeline of emerging stocks, and make sure that if the president says something and that changes something, I'm going to have to go reassess my stock, do my analysis again, look at the news, check the charts, see how that compares into the different time frames. But this refreshes your analysis daily on autopilot. Automation number 2, it analyzes and auto deep dives for you. So it guarantees speed into the financials. It guarantees speed into the value of the company, into the analysis of the charts. And here's the other thing. Not only do you need that refresh and you need that deep dive, it knows that there are different variables that will affect the 1 day versus what will affect the 6 month. If you have a car that blows up, a Tesla car that blows up, then you're probably going to need to do what? You're going to see the stock drop a little bit on 1 day. But if you're already looking for the 6 month, the car blowing up for Tesla is not going to matter. It's just a 1 day event. This refreshes and says, yeah, the next day or so, this is how it could potentially look based on what everything that we're seeing in the markets, carefully cross-referenced and used with all of the AI models or which one you select. Do you guys see the power of the system? So automation number 3, automatically access powerful AI. So you let the system find short and long-term stocks for you. And the automatically means the refresh, but it also means that growing market view that we went over. So automation number 4, you can analyze deals and project prices. There's no need to run the financials over and over again, to look at the news over and over again, and reset and repeat every time you're investing in a stock or the chart analysis, because this is designed to do that for you. Automation number 5, you get to uncover valuable companies. Accurate analysis for real value. What's happening right now. So the future of stock analysis automation is finally here. I can't see it, but I feel like we need to clap in the chat. We're in an unprecedented time right now. It's finally here. The future of stock analysis automation is finally here. And I want to invite you to become a beta tester of the machine. So the question is, if you could become a beta tester today, will you use the system, provide us with feedback, good and bad, and help my team and me change the way that profitable stocks get found? That's the question. So if you answered today, yes, I want to, number 1, invite you today to become a beta tester. And number 2, join my team and me for a training day to set up the launch of your machine. So as a beta tester, I want you to flip the switch, and with our help, as we move the machine from beta to our full production for portfolios, work with us to provide feedback and insight and results. So again, you join my team and me for a training day to set up and launch your machine. So we'll run this similarly to how we ran the beta release of the market network. We'll guide you through the setup, and as we make improvements, updates, and launch new integrations, we'll unlock everything for you for free. And I don't even know that I really need to write integrations because it's so open. I mean, you could find your favorite models. That's where we're going with this. You can find your favorite companies and your favorite markets. And when we say integrations, it's really it's the market view here. So we'll unlock everything for you for free. This late Independence Day summer sale for the beta tester invitation is your only opportunity to lock in future updates. But I'm also limiting the number of beta testers that we allow in the group. The bottom line is my team is going to treat this beta test group with white gloves. We're ramping up this next week, and you're going to feel like a king or a queen because we're going to see your success we're going to be making it happen with you over the next week. Now, the reality is, and the government is clear, that I can't make promises of success or financial reward. And well, this is stock investing, which I've been around long enough to know that nothing is guaranteed and everything worthwhile takes some commitment and work. But it's our goal here at Mercatus to do everything we can to give you the power to create a profitable portfolio. There's no difference. This is no difference either with that nothing's guaranteed, because I don't know you. I don't know whether you'll put in the work with my team to get up and running or not. So I can't say whether you'll make any money or not, and you could even lose money. But here's what I do know. We've put my 10 plus years of knowledge and experience and skill into the tools that make up the machine. And so, if you want the future of stock analysis, my 10 plus years built into the software and our team to help guide you towards success, watching this presentation today and joining me as a beta tester for the world debut of Mercatus could be the most important thing you do all year as an investor. There's important things in life, like the things we got for nothing. Take care of your health. Yeah, you get it. This could be the most important thing for your investing. You're probably wondering what it takes to become a beta tester and work with my team, and you're probably expecting the investment to be pretty high and maybe outside of your comfort zone. So the good news is, because I want beta testers who are committed to action, there is what I call a commitment deposit. So I know you're serious, but what I'm going to ask today is just a fraction of what you're probably expecting. So over the past couple of months, we've slowly been releasing tools, technology, and products that make up the automations of the machine. So individually, if you were to have invested everything as it was released in all of the different tools, maybe it was the virtual stock trading system. I see that was covered there by some of us here that say in the comments there. You would have invested in your portfolio growth, the potential of that, between $6,000 and $9,000. Now, the good news is we know that we ultimately planned to release the machine as a fully integrated analysis system for you. So what we did as we released other technologies is we always bundled them together with tools, bonuses, other products to keep your investments low. That way, no one has ever had to overpay for a full $9,000 to unlock the individual automations that we're bundling together in the machine here today. And even if you've invested in one or another of the automations we've released over this year, you'll see that the full integration of the machine makes becoming a beta tester today a complete no-brainer. So I've never offered a fully integrated package for anywhere near what I convinced my team here. It was a group talk here to let me offer you here today. I've been offered some crazy big numbers in money to only make a small handful of the machine features available. I have to put the dollar signs there, I guess, in each market, and only to the highest level investors that could afford it. So in other words, I've been offered a very large amount of money from a handful of investors to make this available here. And I'll tell you, that's not my goal. My goal isn't to lock you out, price everything super high, and keep the machine technology for only myself. It could be my successful buddies that are investing or top investors in good markets. My goal is to change the way investors find stocks and make returns by making it faster, easier, and better. So our goal is to create the best and most simple system for finding deals that anyone has ever experienced. So, are you guys tracking here? We see great products. We see absolutely got a big yes. Some comments there. Will put in the work with the team, Scott says. I love it, Scott. So that's why when people told me that I should charge a setup fee between $3,000, $5,000, as high as $1,000 a month to run the machine in just one market, I know I was onto something, but to be honest, how I felt about it is that I was going to be able to positively impact the success of both new and experienced stock investors alike. That's why I've decided to release the beta test version of the machine today. So when you unlock the machine today, I'm going to waive the $5,000 setup fee free. That's now $0. And I'm going to slash the monthly fee to $0 and just roll everything into your new or existing Mercatus accounts. So I hear a commenter there too. If you got into the virtual stock trading system, I see you. Yes, rolled into your existing Mercatus account. Just start a new or keep your existing Mercatus account if you're just getting started here, and I'll unlock the machine for you instantly. So again, this Monday, we're rolling things out. Get ready. So that brings me to your small beta tester commitment deposits and your investment today. So you won't pay $9,000 like you could if it unlocked everything separately. You won't pay $6,000. Or even $3,000. I've slashed the setup fee to $0, waived that monthly fee again, so no setup fees, no monthly fee with your StockMate accounts. Your commitment deposit today isn't $2,500, $2,500. It's not even $2,000. Today, you can become a beta tester of the Mercatus machine. Let my team coach you through the entire setup and implementation. We got a limited summer special to unlock the Mercatus machine today for just one payment of $14.97. So I just dropped the link in the chat so you can go there, or you can go to cash2assets.com/Mercatus. So cash2assets, it's cash to, like TO, assets, ASSETS.com/Mercatus to join into the Mercatus machine. Now, here's the deal. Let's take a look here at what you get. So the next 20 fast action takers are going to get access to the system in its entirety, the open models set to deploy. This next week, we got even more features coming, but you have the market view, you have the market analysis, and even the feature of uploading a photo to get the video. Hector says it's too good to be true. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. That's what they say, right? Well, is your intention there that you don't think that it's possible? That you don't think it's real for you? It's very real. It is very much happening. And it's very much a real thing. I'm a real person working tirelessly with the team to get it out. And this that I just showed you, 100% is real. So, bonus number one, you might say, Will, is it too good to be true? This actually might make you think that it's too good to be true here, which is bonus number one, you get, in addition to the 1-year license for the Mercatus machine, You get Stockmate lifetime access, real world value of $649. So right now, I don't even know if it's still on. I got to talk to my team, but I'm pretty sure it's still there, possibly, that you could still get lifetime access on the site. But what we have happening is lifetime access is going away, and it's a recurring thing Monday through Friday where you get to get into our daily live trading sessions. You get access to the community. So I can actually even show you here. I don't know how clearly it looks on the screen, but you get all these earnings of the different companies when they're reporting Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You can see all the investors in the group, as well as daily live trading every morning. It's all there for you. And you get a free t-shirt. So lifetime access that's going away. You get bonus number 1. That is a bonus you get when you enroll in the machine, when you unlock the machine today. So the next bonus you have here, which I got to fix the numbers here, is a data upgrade. So what happens, right? Because it is, I didn't know your name was Hector. Your username is Heck. That's how I know. Tenant says the price is lower than what we gain from it. That's a good way to say it. Mercatus account data upgrade to 25,000 stock analyzation downloads per month. The reason that we do this is because when you look at the amounts of computing power, because again, when we were looking at what it means to come out with this system, go from, ChatGPT or whatever, all of the AIs that you use, maybe you use ChatGPT and all the new models that they come out with, and now you can go straight to going in with your analysis, picking out the model you select, and you can do OpenAI, you can do Anthropic, and it's the newest and best models, and you don't have to skip around and everything else. That is something that takes a good amount of money for running. In fact, data is not always cheap, and to run these models is not always cheap. So the analyzations, you get 25,000 stock analyzations, a real world value of $2,500, yours for free. So that's a bonus there. You might say, Will, that sounds good. I see Ricky says the free t-shirt, say less. Let's go, Ricky. Bonus number 2 is unlimited AI models for 1-year use license. So, some people might only have access to OpenAI and they want Grok and they want the latest and greatest from Claude and they want that to be included. They just one click of a button. You get 1-year use license as a bonus for unlimited AI models access. It's a real world value, $2,900. So bonus number 3, this is the virtual stock trading system. We already went through the virtual stock trading system. It was a 6-week Zoom class, 6 weeks of the asset analysis, the asset allocation, the entries and the exits. How do you know when you're getting into a trade, when you are buying and selling, when is the time that you're looking at what do you do to have a plan in your investments so that the timing makes sense and you don't worry about it, the emotions. We also go into the overview of just the foundations of investing in the right assets. How many of you guys have heard of the virtual stock trading system? You've seen it in the past here. And Tanet says, Will, does that tool also include the upgrades to the AI version for the virtual? Yes, it does. The virtual stock trading system, real world value is $1,200, not exaggerating. That's already marked down from the $4,800. And that was paid for, and we had a cohort already go through, and you might have been in that group. You might have already been through the 6 weeks of the Zoom. Now, this is something that was already recorded. I see Larry there. Larry G says it was great. Larry, I also saw your messages over here, Larry. I don't know if you could see it on the screen here on what I'm going into. I kind of switched the screen a little, but I was looking at a message recently from from Lawrence. Was it Larry G, where he said there was a really good one out here where you were saying, oh man, we're getting some messages here in the group. So you get access to all the investors here, guys. You get access to some of the insights. Lawrence has got some good insights. Lawrence, is it okay? Can I read this? What you said about the system? You said that 6 months ago you started watching videos along with a host of others. After a few months, you began to realize the things that you're learning were fitting into your trading plan quite nicely and improving your trades. You had a different approach. It wasn't like we were hyping up stocks and saying, if you buy this stock, you'll be a millionaire. Really, I will buy one share then. All right, Larry, I'm going to continue. I see you say it's cool. After several months of watching, he joined StockMeet, daily live trades, really good. Then he completed the virtual stock trading system in the 6 weeks. And he said the first reaction was initial models. Oh, I already know this stuff. But then he recalled in college how he started realizing that accounting classes were relevant in other business admin courses, that the college education wasn't about a bunch of unrelated bundles. It was understanding how everything worked seamlessly in its components. And he says, what he learned from the virtual stock trading system was the 20% that I had been missing, that he says. So no great aha moments, no eureka moments, just the 20%. Now he's making excellent returns. When he purchases a stock, he feels confident it will be a good investment. And if it turns out to be, he has adequate risk management, safeguards in place to mitigate the losses, all that stuff. The amount of time that you put in has been cut in half, and more confident in making fewer trades, investing more money in each trade. The best part, this is great, Lawrence. I'm assured that the worst case scenario will be to make less gain than I expected. So I love it. Even put a risk disclaimer there. But the reason we read that is because it's a bonus that you get when you're part of the machine. So you get a bonus of the virtual stock trading system. Lee says he's on week 3 of the system. And finally, we got bonus number 4. Guys, bonus number 4 is team tickets. Whether it's you or maybe one other person that you do the system with. I don't know if you're with maybe another investor or something, to attend the machine launch, setup, and implementation training day that's going to be happening. It's a real world value of $1,997, and it's yours totally free as a bonus. So we get started in this next week. The bonuses today are alone, they're worth over $10,000. And also, we got a 30-day no-hassle money-back guarantee. If you guys don't know my sincerity by now, I'm here to serve you. If you're not getting the results you want, I want to make sure you get the results. You said you're committed, so I want to make sure that we go through and make sure that you're doing what you can do to get the results, and I'll help you as much as I can. But also, we got the 30-day no-hassle money-back guarantee because I'm there for you. And you guys know, probably by my sincerity, that we do that. I just processed a refund. I don't know if I can pull it up. I just processed a refund for Kenny. Kenny was in our sale where if Big Bear AI hits $8 a share and he had StockMate, then he would get it for free. And it hit $8 and he got StockMate for free. No questions asked. Sent him the money. So I'm there for you. Now, finally, as we wrap up today, guys, all I'll say is this system is changing the game. It's absolutely changing the game. And if there's one thing that I'll leave this on here is when we're going through this system, when we're going through the power of this stock analysis, the future of stock analysis automation is here. The future of stock automation analysis is here. It's here. And as we get going here, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks so much. I appreciate you all. And I'll see you guys again. Probably will have a better background, but you just see the other machine here. We got the kitchen almost done. We got that almost rolling out. And maybe even we'll be able to do a live video here in the near term. Thanks so much for tuning in. Again, you can go to cash, so CASH2TO assets, ASSETS.com/Mercatus, MERCATUS, and you can get the Mercatus system right now. Can you use it on your phone successfully? It functions. It's optimized for the desktop. So guys, thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all. And there's also a link in the chats. I'll go ahead and drop one more link in the chat so you have it. There it is. That will take you to a page. You enter your email, some of your information. It will, as soon as you enroll, it'll take you to the next page with a thank you page, and you'll get the emails. You'll get the bonuses unlocked immediately, stock meet, so you could join us in our session tomorrow. Lifetime access is going away, but you get the lifetime access there. You're also going to get the virtual stock trading system replays, those 6 weeks of Zoom. And then after that, you're going to get access to Mercatus, the system and the machine. And you can go grab it there. So I dropped it in the chat. I'll pin the message and we'll drop it in the description as well. And I appreciate you all. Thanks so much for tuning in. And I will see you soon. Hex